Welcome back for another speed build video. Today we are going to do something a little bit opposite of what we did last time, and this video is going to be a much bigger house. The inspiration photo was actually given to me by my boyfriend. I didn't know what I wanted to look for, so I made somebody else look for something for me. And yeah, I think it actually turned out really great. It's quite a big house. It ended up being 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, but it could definitely be 5 bedrooms if you wanted it to be. I added an office just 'cause, you know, no reason really. The picture popped up, but I'll bring it up again for you. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with this build. I never tend to mess around with the terrain at all, but this house, you can see it kind of comes up on a little bit of a hill, and I've never done that before, so I thought it would be a lot of fun. So yeah, and this was another opportunity for me to mess with the new curved walls, so that was great. And yeah, this house is pretty massive, and that being said, I also didn't do a ton of clutter pieces inside because I wanted this to still be something that was playable. You know, once you add too many clutters, then your Sims start bugging out and it's a whole lot. So yeah, I made this one to be pretty simple, same kind of concept with the last one with my legacy house, keeping everything that they would want to use downstairs to make the gameplay just a little bit better. Obviously, you know, this house will be on the gallery, so if you download it, you can definitely add more clutter for yourself or your Sims, add whatever you want. But yeah, so you could see just doing some roofing here. I forgot that there was a round roof, which looked really nice. Yeah, this house just came together so much better than I thought it would have. And definitely a challenge for me. I don't usually go for houses of this size. I usually try to stay, you know, in the middle, kind of medium-sized houses, if you will. But yeah, no, this was a good challenge. I really enjoyed it. I actually did some landscaping with this for the first time. I usually don't go too crazy, but you know, I wanted it to look like the picture. That's always my thing, is I want it to look like the reference photo as close as I can. And they didn't exactly, at least, you know, I don't have all the packs, so I didn't have exactly what the outside of the house looked like, but this was as close as I could get. And yeah, doing some windows now, adjusting the height. I couldn't decide how tall I wanted it to be. But yeah, I am in love with this little circle nook. I don't know, it's so charming piece of the house, and I ended up using, there's a giant piece of the downstairs that kind of looks like a garage. It's like an actual garage. I was like, I do not know what I'm gonna furnish this as. This space is too big. I don't know what to do with it. So you'll see later on what I do end up doing with it. And another piece of this house that looks a little strange, but I actually really love, is the kitchen. I don't know why, it really came together in a way that I didn't expect it to. But yeah, just doing some last minute touches on the outside, adding some more windows, about to start the landscaping in this photo. It's actually kind of crazy how many rocks there are. I never thought I would say this, but we definitely need more rock options for The Sims. There's only like 5 options, and that I determined was just not enough. But yeah, just finishing up on the roofs and the windows here, and then you're gonna see what I do for the outside. And I haven't play tested it yet, I will admit. I meant to do that before I made this video, but I have faith that it will work. So yeah, it's coming together quite nice, I think. But if you have a build, a house, a reference photo, maybe something that you built that you want remodeled, you know, join my Discord, drop a photo in the Sims 4 area, and let me know if you want me to recreate it for you. I love a good challenge, so anything and everything I'm down for. So yeah, this one was definitely a big one for me. This took me about 3.5 hours to complete. And that's me not doing very much clutter on the inside at all. Because clutter it super slows down gameplay. And like, you know, maybe you have a big fancy computer and you can do all the clutter in the world, but every time I do, like, I try to play in a house that has a lot of clutter, everything starts catching on fire, and then the Sims get stuck and they get confused, and yeah, it's just, it's not for me. So if you want to add more clutter, feel free. There's definitely plenty of space for it. Just not in my build, not initially. But yeah, just adding some lights to the outside, because in the reference photo, which will pop up here again in a little bit, it just lights up in certain areas and it looks really nice and really simple at night. And yeah, I love it. The only thing I didn't do in the photo on the outside was there was kind of this little design on the concrete in the driveway that kind of made this weird shape. I didn't add that in, actually. I just didn't see how it would come out looking right. So yeah, I just kind of left it out, if you will. But yeah, messing with the terrain is actually a lot of fun. This is the first time I really got into it, and I enjoyed it. So now we're starting to get into the landscaping, and I think it's fun. I think it's not too crazy, and it's only really in one spot, so it shouldn't slow down the gameplay too much. And I mean, your Sims aren't going to use that space anyways, and yeah. No, I think it came out quite nicely. So obviously we still don't have cars, but I did my best to make like a little driveway up to the garage. I wish they would just give us cars already. Just give us cars, please. Access, please. Anything. Just anything. A whole expansion pack, if you will. Like, I will buy it. Please give us cars. It makes me want to go back to The Sims 3 sometimes, but I have no idea what happened to it. It's just gone off my computer, so it's really sad. But yeah, you can see the amount of rocks that I am putting in this little garden right here. It's in the photo, so I did my best. I always try to stay true to the photo as much as I can. There's these little, like, grass patches up towards the front of the house that was in the photo too, and I was like, alright. It's kind of nice though. Gives it a little more greenery, just a little bit of something. It's still on the modern end of things, whereas like the last house, the outside was kind of like a cozy old style looking house, whereas this one like definitely looks like a new build. But yeah, I just went pretty simple here with the little garden. Tried to, you know, make it look nice. Obviously we didn't have everything that was in the photo. You can't see every angle. You can't see, you know, the inside of the house. The inside is totally just my design, but like this angle right here is all you can see. But yeah, so now moving on to the inside. You can see the ginormous garage that I set aside for later. And yeah, I did the same thing I liked to keep an open design. I don't know why. Just recently, it's been something that I've liked. So, yeah, we stuck with the open design again this time for the downstairs, for the kitchen and living room area, and yeah, I think it came out quite nice. So, yeah, we're gonna start piecing everything together here. I really need to get some more Sims packs because I feel super limited on like what I have available to me. Like there are so many more like really nice like walls and floors that I can't use because I don't have those packs. So if you have like a recommendation of your favorite packs that you think I should get next, you know, let me know in the comments because I am definitely living without right now. So I really want to step up my Sims game a little more. So now I'm starting to piece all the walls together. Here's a little snippet of the outside again. Yeah, so you could definitely make this a 5-bedroom if you wanted. I was just gonna make it a 3-bedroom at first, actually. And then I realized that the size of the rooms and like the hallway didn't need to be that big. So I ended up making it like a 4-bedroom, 3-bath with an office space, and I think it came out really nicely. So I'm really excited for y'all to see how it all comes together in the end. The only bedroom that has an ensuite bathroom is the master, obviously, and it's like small. It's the only bathroom with like a bath. The rest are just showers, but I figured if we're gonna have this many bedrooms, every bathroom should have a shower, so hopefully the Sims don't struggle with that, because we all know how much they struggle. So now I'm starting to decorate, and I really wanted an accent wall to kind of go with the theme, and I was just going to do the brick, but I thought, you know, I need to throw in some color. I have a problem with doing color in big spaces sometimes, so I went with this blue, and it kind of is what is like the theme throughout the house, is there's just like accents of blue everywhere. So I hope that it doesn't look too weird. You can always change it if you hate it, but it took me forever to decide on the wood that I wanted to do, but I went with the white wood because I felt like it's easier to kind of design and base everything off if you just go with a simple color. So yeah, I made all the bathrooms the same. Nobody likes building bathrooms, I swear. But yeah, so now I'm just painting everything, and then I'm gonna get into the furniture. And like I said before, not super big into clutter, keeping it simple. One thing that I haven't done that I definitely want to do in the future is builds with pack restrictions, because I did just kind of use everything that I have. You know, so I have no idea. Like, there's probably something from every single pack I own in this build, to be honest. But I think my next build is definitely gonna be more of like a medium-sized home, pack restricted. Maybe I'll even go straight base game. I don't know. But here we are with the kitchen. I actually really love the way that this turned out. Like, I could not decide where to put the kitchen at first. Like, what's gonna have this be the dining space? But then I loved the idea of the table being where that little circle nook is. And so I thought, well, if I design the kitchen in a certain way and you just open up straight into the kitchen, it'll look really nice. So that's what I did. So there's all that extra space there from the front door, and then just went very simple, you know. Got a little blue microwave there for the accent, got a little blue trash can. There's no like pictures or anything in the kitchen because this house is pretty big and there's a lot of landscaping outside in that little bitty area. So since I haven't play tested it yet, I don't know how buggy it's gonna be, or if it'll be buggy at all. And so I mean, like I said, if you have a nice computer, it should be totally fine. But, yeah, so moving on to the living room now. If you don't have Dream Home Decorator, you need it. You just do. The sectional couches, they just don't get any better than that. Like, the colors are great, everything. Everything. I love it. It's just too good. So you can see I did some, like, blue-ish couches with the blue wall, and then I have the blue wooden coffee table. I don't know. Blue everywhere. It's great. Blue game console. I just went all out with it. You know, whatever. No big deal. One thing I like to do in my builds, just for gameplay, is to put everything that the Sims would want to use downstairs to keep them from going up and down the stairs 1,000 times when you're trying to get them to do something, you know, or like if they're like starving to death and they have to go to the bathroom, but like they're going upstairs to play a video game. It's so frustrating. So I try to keep everything downstairs, except I did make an office that has a computer. So if you play in this house, I suggest you lock that room for whatever sim you want to actually have access to it, or everybody's going to be up there playing video games for 5,000 hours a day, because we all know that Sims love to play The Sims. That is what they do, like 90% of the time. So you can see I'm just about done with the living area. And now you're going to see this little garage. I wanted it to be like an actual garage space, like things that you would find in a garage. Be like all of your woodworking tables, all of the weird stuff that you have, you know, like I put a little punching bag in there, you know. Probably should have put a treadmill now that I think about it, but, you know, you live and you learn. Forgot about the little half wall over there. I'll fix that one here in just a little bit. But yeah, I pretty much kept all the bathrooms the same, pretty simple. Some don't really spend much time in the bathroom. Whatever, no big deal. So this is the master bedroom, all the way at the end. And I just tried so many different end tables. I swear I spent 20 minutes trying to find the perfect end table for this room. And I just ended up going with something completely boring. Boom. Wood. Just matching wood. But I wanted it to be kind of like a relaxing room, so there's only lamps in this room. And not really anything to do except sleep. Like I said, it's so much easier for the Sims to just always be in one area of the house, to me. Because I put, like, gameplay, like, in my thoughts when I'm building a house. Because I know how frustrating it is to have giant houses and the Sims just be all over the place. So, if you want to add more, if you want to add some fun things to do upstairs, like, totally be my guest. But, yeah, so about to build some rooms that you probably see some teenagers or older kids in, you know, blue and pink. That's my creativity right there. Is like, I don't know, if you have a boy, if you have a girl, whatever. One's gonna be sportsy, one's gonna be fashionista. Just putting up some simple paintings, just, you know, because it does affect their mood a little bit if their room is decorated nicely. So just kind of went for simplicity here, not going too crazy in the rooms, although I will say the girls' room is absolutely my favorite. Like, this would be my dream room in high school. Just pink and cute and nicely lit and posters and like plants and I don't know. I just thought it came out really nice and all these cute little cat icons that I found, and I don't know. It's adorable and I love it. It's definitely probably my favorite. And then I don't know what possessed me to build a baby's room this far away from the master suite, but I did it. And I know that it doesn't make any sense, but I was like, I should just make a baby's room. Why not? There's 2 teenagers' rooms. Maybe they'll have a baby. Who knows? You can change it into whatever you want. You can change the colors. I just went with pink because I thought that the decorations were cute. So that is as far as I thought for that. So anyways, here's the office space I was talking about. Just keeping it simple in here, leaving the shelves on the bookshelves open for like personal clutter. So if you're one of those players that likes to take a bunch of pictures of their Sims, you can put it on those shelves. So I try not to go too crazy. Like the hallway upstairs might look a little boring, but I like to keep it that way so that whatever your Sims are doing, you can add that touch yourself, you know? So here we are, just finishing up, putting in some debug cars because I have this big old driveway, so why not? And gonna put the photo up of the house for you again one more time. I realized I had this entire back porch that I didn't do anything with. So added just a little seating area, a grill away from the house because, you know, they're gonna catch it on fire. They will. And yeah, there it is. There's the house. Let me know how I did. And if you like it, give it a like, give me a subscribe. You know, I'm going to be putting out build videos every single week. And yeah, let me know what you want to see next. Let me know if you want to see a completely pink house, because I love pink. It's my favorite color, if you couldn't tell on that girl's bedroom. But thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around for over 20 minutes to watch this ginormous build. And yeah, thank you. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you again next week.